Live Monday Night Football from Sky Sports. We're off to the Valley. Match commentators for Charlton against Aston Villa, Trevor Francis and Alan Parry.
Thanks, Richard. Welcome back to the Valley. Stan Collymore makes his first start in 4 matches for Aston Villa tonight, having come on as a substitute in the previous 2 and come on to great effect in both those matches. Couldn't regain his place in the side after the suspension that followed his sending off against one of his old clubs, Liverpool, earlier in the season, and incidentally has only managed 1 goal in the Premiership in 10 appearances this season. John Gregory, well, this time last year he was looking at a place in the bottom 6 of Division 2 when he was in charge at Wycombe Wanderers. Now he finds himself looking at the possibility of going back to the top of the pile in the Premiership. Just a point, in fact, would be enough to take Aston Villa there. And Christmas fixtures, they're away to Blackburn Rovers and then at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Second, at the start of play, the same point as Chelsea, who have a better goal difference. So we're all set to go here in southeast London. Charlton Athletic, 16th in the table, with just 16 points from 17 games and only 3 wins in the league this season. 4 successive defeats and 7 matches without a win. Grim statistics for the team in red and white. But as ever, a cracking atmosphere here and a match we're all really looking forward to with this very adventurous-looking Villa lineup. Charlton get us underway then. Mills, their England under-21 fullback, launching it long to Steve Jones. Robinson with the first shot in anger, but well wide of target.
What a start that would have been, Alan. It was good hold-up play from Jones. He held off Ugo Ehiogu, which is an achievement in itself. Robinson was quick onto it for the shot.
John Robinson, the Welsh international, restored to the side recently. A very, very handy player to have around, equally effective on either side of the field. Header away by Richard Rufus. And then Taylor dispossessed by Hunt. Robinson overran it this time. Charlton's first season, of course, in the Premiership, and their first time at the top level for 8 years. There's the very experienced Chris Powell, who's played in every game for them since he joined in the Somerton derby. I'm happy to see that go out. It's Charlton's throw. Taken just 3 out of the last 21 points, Charlton. Their last victory almost 2 months ago now, when they beat West Ham 4-2 here. Their only 2 home victories have been very entertaining because they hammered Southampton 5-0 in the early weeks of the season. Charlton were in fact top of the table for one glorious week back in August, but now they're looking at the wrong end. Here's Powell. Redfearn. Right heads it clear. The linesman on the far side of the flag, however, offside. Villa's free kick. Aston Villa, rather like Charlton, made a great start to the season. In fact, they went a club record 12 games without defeat. But Villa have faded in the last couple of months. 4 defeats, 3 draws in their last 10. There's young Hendrie. Charlton throw. And certainly in those 10 games, it's Villa's defensive record which has really deteriorated. They haven't kept the clean sheet in 1 of those 10 matches. Ehiogu. Southgate, the captain, over the head of Stan Collymore, but Dublin in behind him, keeps it in play. Oh, it's an own goal! What a terrible start for Charlton. Richard Rufus deflects it into his own goal, and Villa in front in the most fortuitous of circumstances.
Well, when things are going against you, Alan, 4 defeats, you don't seem to get much luck, and certainly on this occasion here, it all goes against Charlton. Dublin does well to keep the ball in play, but that's a wicked deflection, completely wrong-footed, and the keeper Ilić has to go down as an OG.
irony is that Richard Rufus has never scored a match for Charlton, in a match for Charlton here at the Valley. His only 2 goals have come at Wembley, would you believe, in the playoff final, and Liverpool earlier this season. Not the way he wanted to erase that particular blank. But here they go, with Kinsella in action, trying to recover from that early setback. Newton on the far side. Mills up in support. Forced very wide there. The cross comes in and that's easy for Oakes. Oakes looking for Dublin. Charlton really have got to try and settle down after such an early blow. The goal coming inside the first 3 minutes. Southgate touching it back. And they could do absolutely nothing about that, but Dion Dublin's part in the goal, admirable. Tyler missed his attempted header. Joachim in behind him. Robinson hooks it clear, and it's not a bad ball either, with Jones on the end of it. And he goes down, and that could well be a penalty kick. But the referee, Mr. Steve Dunn, has pointed for a goal kick. Well, that looked a close call from where we're standing.
Well, the referee was a good 30 yards behind play, and I think Jones was looking for the penalty. And certainly I've seen those given.
He was so far behind the play there, he couldn't really have had a clear view of that. And inside the first 5 minutes of a game we always expected to be entertaining, we've had a goal. A very strong claim for a penalty denied. Watson clearing. And a foul by Stan Collymore. Tyler with the kick. Nodded down again to Jones. The pullback was intended for Newton. Villa get it away. Tyler almost hit that short. He gave Sasa Ilić a lot to do there, with Collymore bearing down on him. Watson winning it back for Villa. And a very nervous start by the home team.
It's amazing, Alan, isn't it, when you're struggling to pick up points, those things go against you. First 5 minutes, 1 own goal, 1 penalty appeal that we've seen given on many occasions. It was very, very close. Some given, some don't. Certainly on this occasion it's gone against Charlton.
Well, in picking this very adventurous side tonight, John Gregory couldn't have dreamed he would have a start like that, and certainly wouldn't have thought he'd get a goal in that fashion. Difficult bouncer for the defenders. Southgate read it well. Right under pressure from Newton. In beating Southampton 5-0 here in August, Charlton have only managed 1 win in the next 6 home games. That's 9 points out of 21 they've taken at the Valley this season. By comparison, their away form's been quite respectable. They've got to start winning matches, particularly here at home. Challenge there on Redfearn. Seemed worthy of a free kick, but again Mr. Dunn shook his head. Powell finding Hunt. Robinson takes over. Looking again for Hunt. Jones further ahead of him. And he's in the corner. Big, awkward, willing customer Steve Jones, and he gave Southgate a difficult ride then. Charlton sent Mills And also now Carl Tyler forward to the corner. And confusion in the Villa ranks. They've just about got away with it. Julian Joachim beaten in the challenge by Redfearn. Newton for Charlton. Snyder is still forward from the earlier corner. There couldn't have been much communication then. Two players, Tyler and Rufus, going for the same ball. With Mills. And again. Southgate kept very calm then. Took it beautifully under control on the chest. Good tackle to win it back though. Rufus determined to make up for his unfortunate part in the goal. Right. Tyler won the header easily against Julian Joachim. And then Thompson guilty of fouling Newton. Free kick to Charlton. And they got on with it quickly. Mills. The clearance was by Watson. Tyler. And the Republic of Ireland man takes over again. Robinson. There's a late challenge from Watson. And the referee's reaching for the card.
Yeah, it's good play there from Robinson. Just waits for Watson to commit the tackle, just nicks it past him. Watson already committed to the challenge. Gives the free kick away and into the book he goes.
Captain Mark Kinsella will take it. It's a decent one, but in the end, Oakes under no real pressure to come out and catch. The longest run, incidentally, he's ever had in Villa's goal, Michael Oakes. He started the last dozen games and is likely to be in for the next few as well, with Mark Bosnich out for probably another couple of months because of that shoulder problem. Oakes delivers it long, straight onto the head of Mills. Villa get the free kick, or the throw-in, I should say. Collymore back to Wright. Mills. To measure it back to Oakes. Dublin the target here. Over his head to Julian Joachim. The layoff to Hendrie. And the shot by Dublin. And Ilić had to be smartly down to his left to keep that out.
Actually, if you look closely here, Alan, Ilić, it's not a dangerous shot, but he actually slips. His footing, he loses his footing. Watch here, at this moment there, he slips. It becomes a more difficult play than what he anticipated.
Thompson with the corner, put too flat. Easily cleared by Newton. Difficult bounce deceived right there. And suddenly Villa, from having a corner, find the ball back on the edge of their own box. Looking for Collymore this time. Tyler won the header well. Now Robinson. Powell. In the battle with Watson. Did well. Robinson. Again, Southgate in the right place to clear the danger. Taylor's little chest down. Didn't do his teammate any favours there. And keeps Villa 10 back for the moment. Steve Watson. The early ball for Collymore. Rufus headed stick clear. Mills beats Newton. Now Kinsella. Good clearance under pressure by Ilić. And the linesman signalled offside against Hunt. Hunt's last goal live on Monday Night Football against Tottenham 6 games ago now. In fact, he got both that night in a 2-all draw. Collymore with a header on. Charlton has failed to score in their last 2 games and managed only 3 goals in the last 6. And not only that, they also have one of the worst defensive records in the Premiership. They've conceded 27 goals, or 28 now, in fact, with that own goal by Rufus that separates the side. Kinsella to Robinson. Chris Powell on the overlap. Sets it up for Kinsella. Oh, that's great play by Dion Dublin. Taylor goes down into the challenge from Redfearn. Free kick to Villa. Well, there is the definition of a brave man on a night when it is absolutely freezing cold here south of the River Thames. He's gone topless. Southgate's free kick, headed clear by Rufus. It's Newton. Given away to Thompson. Now Wright for Aston Villa. Joachim. Starting dangerous run, and it comes through to Dublin, and the layup takes it to Collymore. That was a very brave drop there by Chris Powell, and a very necessary one.
Certainly right there, Alan. It's a tremendous block. Collymore had plenty of time. It all starts with this run from Joachim. Plays a good little ball into the feet of Hendrie. Dublin lays it off. Great block from Powell. But it came about from the run from Joachim on the left-hand side. I think we expected him to play more on the right-hand side, but at this moment, Collymore is operating on the right, Dublin in the centre. Joachim's playing more on the left-hand side.
Southgate headed clearance. Finds Joachim again. And Collymore. Thompson. Watson. Good possession by Villa. Until that moment anyway. An embarrassing one from Gareth Southgate.
It's Gregory did it. This is about to strike it with his left foot.
Well, it makes a change for Villa to be in the lead. They've had to come from behind in 3 of their last 4 games, and they managed to salvage a result each time. Here's Robinson for Charlton, finding Powell. A lot of players in the box. If he can get his cross in here, and he can. Still dangerous. Robinson strikes it.
Excellent cross this from Powell. Goes past Lee Hendrie, gets to the byline. Good defensive header from Taylor. Robinson chest control, but the second time he's had a shot. But the second occasion he's failed to trouble the keeper, Oakes.
His only goal so far this season in the 5-0 beating of Southampton here in August.
It just shows how much domination that Charlton had. It's domination that doesn't win games, it's goals that win games. But apart from the goal, Alan, it certainly made a reasonable start.
Thompson's clearance. Dublin underneath it with Tyler. Touched it away. Mills under pressure now from Julian Joachim. And that pressure was enough. Julian Joachim has scored 4 goals in his last 4 games. Hence the reason why John Gregory felt he couldn't justify leaving him out. And we have all 3 of those front men in action tonight. Ehiogu clearance. Brought down by Hendrie, who was then brought down himself by Redfearn, and then made a second splendid challenge, showing the kind of spirit that Charlton are going to need here. Robinson for them. be a booking, I would think, for Taylor. And a free kick conceded in a very dangerous place.
One or two of the Villa boys, you know, are complaining there, not about that tackle, but that Taylor must go in the book. But it all started, you know, from a foul by Redfearn on Hendrie, which the referee allowed to go by.
Yeah, there were two real crunching tackles in quick succession by Redfearn in the middle of the park. The player who I read this morning has actually committed more fouls than any other outfield player in the Premiership. I don't suppose too many goalkeepers have committed them either, so he's top of that list. And he might fancy the free kick, because certainly in his Barnsley days he hit some belters. That wasn't quite one of them. But they have got a corner out of it. Charlton first, and as yet only £1 million player Neil Redfearn. He stays forward for the corner. And it was a free header for Rufus. Wright in the end gets it clear.
What a great chance that was for Rufus. It all comes about, you know, from a corner that was actually illegal because the ball was spotted a good, foot outside the little arc. But that's a great chance. The marking from the Villa lads there leaves a lot to be desired, but it's certainly a good opportunity.
Meantime, Jones wins a corner. The third in the last two games, of course, to the leading scorer, Clive Mendonca, Steve Jones. The first two matches he started all season. Kinsella's corner kick. Rufus is there again, but it doesn't reach him this time. It might do yet. And a strange one there by Tyler, heading it all the way back out to the corner. And still dangerous. Mills executes the overhead kick.
Well, not as a good chance as the one that fell to Rufus, but it's still a reasonable chance. It's a good ball in this from Kinsella, causes a lot of problems. It falls invitingly to Mills. It has to be spectacular. He tries for the overhead kick. Once again, doesn't trouble the keeper.
Rufus's header. Mills clearance. Here's Wright for Aston Villa. Joachim. Great pace there against Mills, and a lovely little ball into Hendrie. Nice turn by him. Hendrie's still there. Now Dion Dublin is there. In the end, sets it up, and it's a cracking strike by Taylor. But off target.
Well, every time Aston Villa come forward, Alan, they look as if they may score. Joachim's the threat here. It falls invitingly to Hendrie. But just look at the space Collymore gets there. If that ball could have been released to him, he was in yards of space. The shot from Taylor doesn't trouble Ilić, but he certainly struck it with great power. Not such good accuracy.
Dublin and Joachim linking again. Another terrific run by little Julian Joachim. Mills was strong, but concedes the corner. Pace off the mark Julian Joachim has. Mills is going to have to be on his game tonight to contain him. Ehiogu amongst the big dangers for Charlton from this corner. Tyler dealt with it well. Watson. Hendrie sets up the cross. Dublin is there. Ilić has filled it. And was very relieved to hear the whistle go. What for? You can see Dion Dublin is saying, and it's difficult to see what for, but a free kick has been given.
Great ball in from Lee Hendrie. Ilić elects to come for it. He has to go over the top of Dublin. Well, for me, he drops the ball, gets lucky, doesn't hold it to the second attempt. I was about to say he held it to the second attempt. He dropped it again, but the referee came to his rescue, giving him a free kick.
I must say, I would have gone along with Dion Dublin. I couldn't see what on earth he did wrong there. Hasn't done much wrong, has he, since he joined Aston Villa? 9 goals in his 7 games so far. Robinson now for Charlton. Still one behind. Chris Powell. Dunn. Good shout for handball. Referee not interested. Charlton have to settle for a throw instead. Powell again. Hendrie denying him the chance to cross, but Robinson keeps the attack going. And his final delivery and his shooting has been disappointing so far. It was a game that started dramatically, Trevor, in the space of a few minutes. Two noteworthy incidents.
Yes, certainly this is a contentious issue. All the fans there, they go up. They wanted the penalty. Mr. Dunn must have been 25, 30 yards behind play. He decides it's not a penalty.
Joachim. Hendrie ahead of him. Just struck the youngster, I think, on his heel there. Otherwise he would have been through. Taylor. Back to Ehiogu. Jones will keep the pressure on Oakes. A very good clearance. Well, I think that was a ridiculous offside decision because Steve Jones quite clearly was deliberately trying to stay out of the play and was facing his own goal.
I think you see also he raised his arm, trying to show the linesman that he's not involved at all, he's not interested. The linesman's interested though.
Right. Hendrie keeps it going to Watson, but not very accurately. Watson's 9th game now since his move from Newcastle. First choice in that right back or right wing back role. Gary Charles, who's one of the Villa subs tonight. Very calm defending from Southgate, but Jones is one of those awkward customers who will not let defenders settle. Former West Ham player, played for them in the Premiership. Third season now at Charlton. He was first choice for long periods last season alongside Mendonca, but lost his place when Andy Hunt was signed in the summer from West Bromwich Albion. Now gets it back because ironically it's Mendonca who's been rested. Here's Joachim. Mills. Southgate. Straight back to Mills. Well, Alan Kirbysley, the Charlton manager, used to be a player, of course, for Aston Villa back in the mid-80s. He's finding how hard it is now in this management job. He was made manager of the month in August. Now he sees his side sliding down the Premiership table. Remember, 4 successive defeats before tonight and a goal behind here. 18 minutes to the half remaining. Watson. Clearance, but Charlton still under pressure. Joachim. On the right where we expected him to start. Thompson. Looking forward into Dublin. Hendrie. Right. Tyler gets it away. Jones. Clearance by Ehiogu.
Just feel now that the last 5 minutes, Aston Villa have taken a grip on the game. I think the response from Charlton after conceding that unfortunate goal was good. They had a flurry of attacks, 1 or 2 good chances. But unfortunately for them, the goal didn't materialise. Now it's settled into a pattern that you would expect. Aston Villa, the confidence, starting to display the sort of football that's put them at the top of the league.
Rufus gets it clear, but only as far as Alan Wright. Taylor for Villa. Watson. Hendrie. Taylor again. Good movement here. On to Thompson. Taylor, they can't get out of their own half at the moment, Charlton. Robinson might be able to do something about that now. Powell hits it long. Watson's there to win it back. Powell just getting a little bit frustrated with Charlton's efforts at the moment. It's a good-looking ball. Jones committed a foul as he tried to get in behind Gareth Southgate.
It was rather unnecessary foul because it was a clever ball from Kinsella. He's looking to put it in behind Southgate, searching for the pace of Jones. There's no need to foul.
Needlessly given away ball there by Carl Tyler. Thompson. Coming in from Rufus. Southgate. Hendrie's offside. Ironic cheers from the crowd because Dick Mitchell finally gives them a decision. And when you look at it, that's one that they shouldn't have had.
Well, he's timed his run superbly, hasn't he? The feature of Lee Hendrie's game, his ability to get forward from that central midfield area. Just wondered today with the line-up, the formation, whether it would restrict his forward running. Normally he's playing there with 5 midfield players, just the 3 in there today, but doesn't stop him from getting forward. You take that away from him, you take a lot of his game away from him.
Facing a difficult choice there. He couldn't really go back to his own goalkeeper. Here's Redfearn to Charlton. Right clearance. The drop straight to Newton. Well, he's got a lot of pace, but Taylor didn't let him just play it then. Forced him into the corner. Forward again by Redfearn. Kinsella's cross. Robinson's done brilliantly there to deceive Watson and slides it in. And how do they not score there? Well, Steve Jones must have felt that the merest of touches would be enough to deflect that in.
So that was either poor defensive play from Watson or a poor decision from the linesman. Let's have a look at it. Well, you can't see quite clearly there, but Robinson never gives it up. Plays in a great ball. It really, they're not going to get much closer than that. Is that out of play? I think that is out of play. The linesman's a long way from it, doesn't give the decision. And that's good defending the far post from Wright. Just gets his foot there at the exact right moment.
Charlton encouraged by that. Coming back now. Robinson again. Hunt. Challenge from behind. It's gone forward anyway to Jones. The referee has let play go on. Just delayed that vital second there, Steve Jones. To Rufus. Watson wins it back again. Now Dion Dublin. Lee Hendrie. On it goes to Taylor. Thompson. Good football from Aston Villa. Right for them. Collymore out on the left now. Gareth Southgate. Watson again. Thompson. Right as ever providing the width down that side. Taylor. Right there again, being encouraged to get forward by the Villa bench. Comes square, and in the end they've given it away. Kinsella driving on. Hunt. still. Robinson just at the ball, keeping his foot. He's taken the impetus off the attack. It is again though, Robinson. Should be okay, then is.
I think you'll probably throw it at him for a throw in, Alan, because Gareth Southgate, who's taken a knock.
I think the sliding boot there of Steve Jones caught him across the shin or the knee perhaps.
Yeah, it all came about through a short pass that was played from Thompson. Rather unnecessarily gave possession away.
Well, during this break, let's remind you of our Boxing Day action here on Sky Sports. Intriguing looking match there in the First Division in the Midlands. West Bromwich Albion against Port Vale on Sky Sports 2, and the programme begins at 12 noon on Boxing Day. And then later in the day, beginning at 5:30 over on Sky Sports 1, our Premiership action sees Aston Villa again travelling this time to Blackburn Rovers. Okay, the Villa captain has gone off, but I'm sure he'll come straight back on again when play resumes. Jim Walker, the physio, just signalling to the referee, and he's okay. He's played in every Premiership match this season, Gareth Southgate. His fourth campaign now with Villa. And what a fantastically consistent figure he's been in that time. Villa, incidentally, already 12 points better off than they were at this stage last season. In fact, by Christmas last year, they'd lost 8 matches. They've only lost 2 so far this. It has been a fantastic period for John Gregory, who was appointed in February and has lost only 4 of the 28 Premiership matches he's been involved in since. 18 victories, 6 games drawn. Wonderful record. Powell. Sent to Ehiogu. Now Thompson. Clearance by Danny Mills. Steve Jones will chase that all the way. Surely used his hand. A bit confusing as to which one of them is the goalkeeper there.
Well, I'll be surprised if he gets away with a yellow card for that, because, yeah, I think the referee's right.
Most ridiculous way to get yourself cautioned. It was so obvious.
It's blatant use of the hand. You can't complain about that. Having got possession, he then kicked the ball into the back of the net, so given every reason for the referee to book him.
And he placed himself in danger, of course, of a red card, so that really was something I'm sure that will anger Alan Thompson. Robinson. Watson got there ahead of Hunt. Taylor keeps possession for Villa. That's a lovely touch on by Collymore, but no one could profit.
Well, that was poor defending from the Charlton lads there. 2 players. I think it was Tyler. Powell both went for the same ball. They were lucky to get away with it. The flick from Collymore almost put Joachim in possession.
Rufus turns it forward again. Steve Jones. Redfearn taking over, but again through the 2 challengers. Thompson. Joachim. Collymore and Dion Dublin in the penalty box. Collymore brought it down beautifully. And then the referee, who's not the most popular man and definitely won't be on the Christmas card list of the Charlton fans at the moment, used a lovely little header to almost set them up again. Quite inadvertently, I hasten to add. Redfearn. Robinson. Hunt. Challenged by Ehiogu. Watson, Powell, Redfearn rather. Then forward by Hunt. Robinson whipped in the ball, but again, too close to Oates.
He's playing a lot of them crosses in blindly. He's getting onto his right foot. He's turning well, but going far too close to the keeper.
Ball clearance by Ilić. It's gone straight to Thompson. Now to Taylor. And on to Wright. Ehiogu. Powell clearance. Robinson facing his own goal, brought down by Hendrie. He's played in every Premiership match since John Gregory took over last season. Robinson. Another little ball for Powell. But Joachim soon matched him for pace.
Yes, he's got one look at Joachim, decided he wasn't going to try and run in.
Robinson. Good turn by Redfearn. And he'll fix the verdict. Dublin on Rufus. Newton on to Hunt. Newton's cross. Steve Jones goes for it, but it was Ehiogu who got there first. Now Robinson. That's a better cross, and it should have produced a goal.
Great cross, wasn't it? Wasted absolutely no time at all. Big thank you from Hunt. He appreciates the early ball in, whips it in with his right foot. Yet another free header. You can see Oates, he's completely beaten. 2 foot lower, and that would have been the equaliser. Lack of communication once again there. 2 players both going for the same ball.
With Hendrie. Dublin. And the youngster in possession again, but Joachim just straight offside. Well, surprisingly, although Villa lead, it's Charlton who produced most of the best attacking moments in the game.
But how many of those attempts, Alan, would be at goal? Very few, if not as many at all.
Redfearn ends his team a throw-in. And Mills can get some distance on his throws, if that's what he chooses to do here.
Yeah, Big Tyler's gone forward for this throw-in. Immediately gets a response from Dublin. And the smallest man on the field heads it clear. Alan Wright.
Mills plays it back in though. And one of the biggest men on the field, Ehiogu, got that one away. Hendrie finding Watson. All that was. Collymore. Good challenge though by Mills, and it looked as though Collymore fouled him after that. There was an angry reaction from Mills. We can keep an eye on that. Southgate finally gets it clear.
If you were looking at that incident, and I was looking at Jones and Ehiogu, because that was another incident off the ball.
Leaning eyes in the back of his head at that moment there. Clearance has gone to a Villa player, but Thompson can only head it out. Gets it back again though. And the presence of Dublin forced Rufus to concede the throw. About and there's a tackle to be made down in Mills. I think he's a little bit unhappy about one or two challenges that have gone in on him in the last few minutes. Corner given, not so from my vantage point. Looks as though it might have deflected off the Villa man, but corner it is.
Fantastic effort that was from Dion Dublin. Great goal line clearance, but an absolutely brilliant effort.
Southgate, Joachim, and Taylor. We still have about 5 forward here, Villa. Joachim's one of them. Watson, Joachim again. This is Thompson. On to Wright. Thought about the shot for a moment. Goes short instead to Collymore, who then wastes it. But certainly Villa, who scored in the opening minutes of the half, were close to a second goal in the closing moments then.
Yeah, I think it was little Kinsella there who got it off the line. But what an effort this is. Overhead kick, goal all the way. Kinsella does his job, heads it off the line, keeps the side in it.
Interesting talking point, those, aren't they? Because if a player raises boot that high, perhaps in the centre of the field, the referee might well give a free kick against him. But when it happens in the penalty area, it doesn't happen. See what I mean?
Well, that was going to be another booking. Not for the foul, but I think the descent, kicking the ball away.
Thompson, guilty player. The present he was looking for. I think he's 35 tomorrow. But the gift that Charlton were looking for was that needlessly conceded free kick. Can they make something out of it here? And it's Tyler who heads it back into the crowd. And in the end, Dion Dublin got it clear for Aston Villa. Chris Powell. Ooh, Wright missed his kick. Tyler still forward from the earlier free kick. Newton. Headed away by Lee Hendrie, and there's a chance of a break on here for Villa. Collymore in possession, and scored up alongside him. One of them was Watson, who he tried to find, but got the pass all wrong.
Yeah, it's a poor ball from Collymore. Good run from Watson, but just slightly overhead.
Problem for Oakes at the other end. He wisely left it to Ehiogu to deal with.
Yes, he made the wrong judgment in the Oakes. He's never going to get to that ball, and Ehiogu did the right thing. He headed it clear, away from the keeper.
Good late rally here by Charlton, but it won't go any further because there's the half-time whistle. A half that started disastrously for Richard Rufus, who could do nothing about the ball that was pulled back from the byline by Dion Dublin as it struck him there and deflected past goalkeeper Sasa Ilić. But moments later, Charlton went down the other end and felt that they should have had a penalty for that challenge by Southgate on Jones. They certainly felt so, but he shook his head and said no. And we reach half-time with a scoreline of Charlton Athletic 0, Aston Villa 1.
Christmas on Sky Sports.
Sensational!
A 5-day frenzy of football.
Yes!
Saturday at 12, West Brom face Port Vale. Followed at 5:30 by an awesome array of attack. Blackburn, Aston Villa.
Fantastic!
Sunday at 5:30, Dundee Celtic. And on Monday at 12:30, the epitome of pride and passion, Wolves Ipswich. Tuesday at 7:30, the prestige of the Premiership clash in the capital, Chelsea Manchester United.
Absolutely unstoppable.
Wednesday at 7:30, an eagerly awaited confrontation, Dundee United Rangers.
Yes.
Christmas on Sky Sports, a 5-day frenzy of football.
Brilliant.
Starts Saturday from 12.
Christmas.
Can I have a guitar, please?
If you're very, very good.
A bicycle, please.
I'll have a word with the elves and some...
House, please. Playset, please. Can I have a yo-yo, please? Pony, please. Racing car, please. Is that a real beard?
When Christmas knocks the stuffing out of you, fill up at McDonald's.
All right. Can I have a bacon McDouble with cheese, please? If you're very, very good. Ho, ho, ho.
The Sisters of Mercy. Here to offer guidance for those in precarious situations. What a lovely looking fella. Go get him, sisters.
Britain's sharpest comic mind. Frank Skinner live in Birmingham.
You lost something, mate.
The funniest man in Britain.
In the very jaws of death, though.
Get Frank Skinner live in Birmingham on video now.
I was joking.
So you want some lingerie for your wife?
You know, I don't want to come in here and look stupid. Too late.
Yeah.
In a matter of seconds,
Sir Zavitz may have passed sensitive materials to you.
an everyday citizen
You are the only woman in the world for me.
You and Janet Jackson.
can become a wanted man.
Why are they after me? You live another day, I'll be very impressed.
From producer Jerry Bruckheimer,
The house is above. They can hear and maybe even see.
and director Tony Scott, Will Smith, Gene Hackman. It's not paranoia when they're really after you. Enemy of the state.
Who would I most like to have a one-to-one with? The main man.
The top dog.
The one and only Mr. John Winston Lennon. I'd love to get inside John's head. See what made him tick. Oh, wow.
Happiness is a good vibe.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
But tomorrow, who knows?
Whoa, John.
Great, beautiful. Peace, peace.
Peace. I wonder what he'd do to promote peace today. If I could have a one-to-one with John Lennon, I'd ask him how it felt to be thought of as arrogant, when actually he was just as vulnerable as the rest of us.
Who would you most like to have a one-to-one with? Our mobile phone service gets people talking.
Our Christmas entertainment is all sport, of course, and what sport as well. It's international cricket from 8 o'clock in the morning on Boxing Day. The third test between South Africa and the West Indies. And then 2 live games of football. At midday, West Brom and Port Vale. At That's on Sky Sports 2, and on 1 at 5:30 it's Blackburn against Aston Villa. And then we return to the cricket to Melbourne for day 2 of the 4th test between Australia and England. Again, that's on Sky Sports 2, and that's Boxing Day. One goal tonight separates these two. Richard Rufus with the own goal, despite the fact I'm sure that Dion Dublin would like it. You have to feel sorry for Charlton. 7 attempts, they haven't hit the target yet. They'll argue perhaps that they should have had a penalty, and they were desperately unlucky with the goal that went in the other end. 4 booked already: Watson, Taylor and Thompson from Villa, Jones from Charlton. And they've had a go at them. Look, 32% of possession in Villa's defensive third, and they've had 52% possession as well. 5 minutes, Andy, that really sum up how things, when they're going for you at the top, do, and when they're going against you, you don't really get anything, do you?
No, you're absolutely right, Richard. I really do feel a little bit sorry for Charlton. I think they've showed great spirit since going 1 down. Villa have looked a threat when they've gone forward. There isn't a doubt about that. I mean, you look at the front three that they've put out there, they're expecting to look a threat, and they've looked incisive. But I have to say that Charlton have put them under pressure quite a bit. And the only disappointing thing from Alex Kirbyshire will be that his team haven't hit the target. They haven't made Michael Oakes make a save. And that's the one thing at the end of 7 attempts against Villa. When they've created really good opportunities, they haven't really tested the goalkeeper. And that's the one big disappointment for them.
And what a way to start as well. You're a goal down inside 3 minutes. It's hard, isn't it?
Well, it is hard. And it's really nothing. I mean, it comes from nowhere, Richard. Because as the ball goes back to Gareth Southgate, and he's put under pressure, all he's trying to do, I mean, he's not picking out anybody, Gareth. What he's doing is with a sensible ball, and he's just putting it over the top. Now, if you don't deal with it, I've said it many times, and it bounces, you're asking for trouble. But here's a little example to any young players watching about the rewards for not giving it up. Now, as it comes there, you see the centre-half backs away there, and this is just going to bounce. Now, Dublin is just saying, well, I'm going to have a little go at this. There might be something on the end of it. There might not. Joachim's trying to get in from there, drive in. I don't know whether Julian would have got in contact, but this is a hit-and-hope cross. It's drifting harmlessly, I guess, away, and that is a cruel, cruel blow.
Own goal.
I said own goal, of course it is. I don't think even Dion will be claiming that.
Well, I just wanted, watching the celebration there, I think you maybe had half a mind.
Oh, listen, hey,
he's a striker.
He is a striker, and he will claim it, but I mean, I don't think there's any way that's anything but an own goal.
And then moments later, quite literally moments later, there's a chance, well, an incident at the other end.
Yeah.
Charlton thought they got a penalty.
Yeah.
Wasn't given.
Well, I think this could have gone either way. I mean, we'll look at where the referee might have been here. It's actually an attack. It's not the referee. I think he's right there. I'm pretty sure that's him. And as they break, now, I don't care how quick he is, he ain't going to get much closer than the halfway line. So he's given this decision from, say, 40 yards back. Down he goes. Now watch, the crucial thing is the left leg. Not now, but of Gareth Southgate. He just takes half a step and then it comes out, as if he's making a tackle, but he very quickly pulls it back away. Now, that might be a little hit, though, it might not. That's why I think it could have gone either way. If the referee sees the left leg come out like that and he thinks there's contact, he could easily have given a penalty, I think. You split the referees right down the middle. Half would have given it, half wouldn't. I'd have given it. You're a Coventry supporter, that's why.
And then Dion Dublin with a terrific bit of skill in the box late on. We've seen these, actually. Andy, think back to Andy Cole at White Hart Lane a couple of seasons back. Goal disallowed with the foot high. Alan made the point in commentary.
I think that it would have been interesting to see what decision would have been made if this had. But there again, man on the post, back post, it's an advantage. And had he not put him there, I think it's Mark Kinsella. Brilliant skill. But if he's not on the post, Richard, his team are 2-0 down and possibly out the game.
Villa lead by a goal to 0, although Charlton, as Andy says, at 1 down, and with the effort they've put in there, will think there's something in this game for them yet. As it stands, Villa are back on top of the pile, though. That was their incentive as we started tonight. The second half comes up next.
If you love the open road, why not get closer to it? For only £9,480, including 2 years free insurance, the Vauxhall Corsa SXI with Lotus tuned suspension.
I saw a peacock with a fiery tail. I saw a blazing comet dropped down hail. I saw a Venice glass 16 foot deep. I saw a well full of men's tears that weep. I saw their eyes all in a flame of fire. I saw a house as big as the fire. I saw the sun even in the midst of night. I saw the man that saw this wondrous sight.
To receive UK horizons on satellite, see the Sky TV guide for tune-in details, or call Sky customer service on 0990 10 20 30.
Orange believe that your phone should work wherever you are. That's why we're installing more transmitters in more places than any other digital network. Orange, the network that performs. Call 0800 80 1080.
Braun's fastest shaver gives you our closest shade yet. At Braun, we thought about shaving so you could think about something else. Braun, smart thinking.
I said if I can get a tough guy, you'll be doing life in Alcatraz. Hey, take a try. The unpronounceable. What do you want, Nick?
Yeah, I have one of those Czechoslovakian beers.
Yeah, give me a bottle of that No, it's forget, I have a Polish beer, yeah? Give me a Kowatko.
Give me one of them Canadian beers.
Shut up, you guys. Let's keep this pure, clean, refreshing, and simple. Give me 3 bottles of Folsom Hill. No, it's Hilton Plus.
Pistol Holster.
That's some Bulbin.
Also signed Pillars.
The final January of the old century. But the battle for new honours rages fiercely in the football sphere.
Feel the force.
The FA Cup sees the holders against 2nd Division Preston, while Man United face Middlesbrough in the tie of the 3rd round.
Feel the presence.
In the Worthington Cup, it's semi-final time. Leicester want that trophy back, but Sunderland have hyper-ambition.
To the Northern Territory.
For Rangers beat Celtic, the derby to eclipse all others.
And Star Wars.
From the empires of the Premiership, expect rapid fire from the major challengers.
Let it begin.
A new chapter for the glory seekers. January football on Sky Sports.
Here's Burka. Trying to steer it. Brilliant.
Good memories of 98, aren't they? Our Christmas football, incidentally, on Boxing Day from the Football League, it's West Brom against Port Vale on 2 at noon, Blackburn against Villa on Sky Sports 1 at 5:30. Also at 5:30 on Sunday, Dundee against Celtic. I'm sorry, Andy, quickly corrected. You were about to make that point, weren't you? Dundee against Celtic. It's Charlton and Aston Villa tonight. Got a referee change as well.
We have. Steve Dunn's gone off and Gary Willard will be taking his place. Charlton might be happy about that.
Steve Dunn with a hamstring injury, perhaps picked up chasing, trying to get up and make that decision on the penalty.
Bad warm-up, that's all I can say. He wants to get out there and warm himself up a bit more. Cold weather like that.
And it is cold as well. And I think, briefly, but I think I caught sight of some snow at the Valley a little earlier. That's what we want, isn't it? Very seasonal.
Very nice, that. In a long time since we've had a white Christmas.
I wonder what the odds are now. Pity you're not down there, actually, as the referees changed. There's an announcement gone out to the crowd for a fourth official. The search is on. Jimmy Hill wants fulfilled.
Well, I have to say that we have a lad on site down there, Mr. John Smart, who might well be the fourth official before the night's out. I do think he has some qualifications in the refereeing fraternity.
I think you're right.
So it may be that we will lose our floor manager at Charlton and he will become the fourth official.
Well, we might not be able to speak to him then. Could all get very confusing, couldn't it? But Gary Willard on, Steve Dunn off, and I think that probably is the reason for the late start into the second half down there at the Valley. Would I be right in saying that you get the impression Villa that they're up? Charlton have given them a right good scene to in many respects, but are they playing within themselves?
I think they probably are. I think having gone on the lead early, I think they've played controlled football, Villa. They've never had to get to the kind of tempo they reached in the second half against Arsenal yet. And I just wonder, having come from behind in the last 4 or 5 games, Villa, now they're in front, at some time might John Gregory say, OK, I'm happy with the result. I'll just take one of the front men off and put on an extra defender again and get back to the old shape and just shut Charlton out. That's the decision that he has to make.
More news on the refereeing change. George Gavin.
Yes, Richard. Steve Dunn has pulled a hamstring muscle in the first half. He's coming off. Gary Willard, the fourth official, is taking over. No problems there. But they need a fourth official to take over from Gary Willard. And they put an announcement on the PA system looking for a first-class referee in the crowd to come and help out. So at the moment, that's why we're stuck. We're waiting for a referee in the crowd, hopefully, to come and help us out.
Thank you, George. But I find the whole thing staggering in many respects. Why do we need the fourth official before we can start the second half? We've got a referee, haven't we?
We have, but who's going to then time the game and put up the board at the end that tells us how much
anybody down there, for goodness sake.
Who's going to pull the managers back out of the technical area? I say let them get on with it.
So do I. Get the game on as well, for goodness sake.
1-0
Villa. Richard Rufus with the own goal. That's the one that, as we sit here, puts Villa back on top of the pile. And Charlton facing a 5th consecutive defeat. That would be a difficult pill to swallow for them going into Christmas, wouldn't it?
Without a shadow of a doubt. When you think they've got Arsenal coming up fast after this game, and after the way Arsenal performed yesterday, they're going to be a far tougher nut to crack. So it does look very, very difficult for Charlton. But as I said, they've shown great spirit, great desire, great commitment. They've just lacked a little bit of craft up front, a little bit of killer instinct. I mean, the chance we've got here, I don't know if we've got time to have a quick look at it here, but this lad's one of their best options, I think. We've got this lad playing on the left, Robinson, and he has been a threat, and I think they'll be worried about him. And he's played in a cross for the first time into a really good area, and up he's going to go here. I don't know whether he's up a touch early, and no, he's not. He meets that pretty well, but doesn't quite get it down. But that's typified Charlton. Good build-up, a lot of clever football, but just lack the killer touch in front of goal.
A long half-time now as well. 15 minutes sometimes can seem like an age anyway. But when your team have played that well and you trail, what do you say if you're Alan Kirbishley?
Well, you have to make them still believe in themselves. You have to convince them that no matter what happens, what has happened in the first half, they have got the ability, you believe they have the ability to score a goal against Villa. That's what he's got to say. He's got to continue to drive them forward. There is always that possibility they'll concede another, because, as I've said before, with Villa's front three and Lee Hendrie breaking and Thompson breaking and Taylor breaking, they are really, really up against it at times defensively.
Just thinking back a week or so, of course, Aston Villa had that delayed half-time last week, didn't they, as a result of that dreadful incident with the parachutists. So that's one lengthy delay. Tonight, there's no good reason for this. We've got a referee, we've got 2 linesmen. Why can we not get this on?
Well, probably because there's some written law at the league, at the Referees Association, that says that a game can't proceed without, a fourth official being there. It sounds absolutely ludicrous to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming there's an assessor there, Richard. Now, isn't the assessor a fully qualified referee? Well, there usually is, that's right, yeah, that's fair. There usually is. But, I don't know. I mean, it's unfair to the players because it's a bitterly cold night. I'm just looking over your shoulder. Most of the players are actually coming out, Richard, to to have a little pass about with the ball, trying to keep warm. And that's sensible. You don't want to be sitting about in the dressing room if it's cold, so the players have decided to come out and have a little knockabout with the ball, keep their limbs warm.
Which is what George Gavin's trying to do, and he's got more news for us. George.
Yeah, good news. We have 2 volunteers for the 4th official. 2 first-class referees have come forward. They're trying to fit them out with boots at the moment. Goodness knows why, because he won't be coming on the field. But we have a selection I'm hearing now, Neil Perkin, and they found some size 12s for him to wear. So we will be coming on shortly. In fact, Charlton have come out now because they wouldn't wait. They've come out to warm up. We're ahead shortly.
Absolute nonsense. Really is. Get the game on. We have a referee, we have 2 linesmen. We've got 2 teams that are desperate to play, as Andy said, on a very cold night. But we've got a delay of, what, some 5-6 minutes now. Ridiculous. Story of the first half would be what, in summary?
Oh, you getting on your soapbox. I like that. That was great. Ludicrous. The story of the first half are 2 incidents for me. One, they go to sleep here and get a little unlucky. In fact, they get a lot unlucky. And it's so typical of teams that are struggling, Richard, and in bad runs, things like that. I mean, that could go anywhere. It could have nicked past the post. It could have gone into the goalkeeper's arms. And then another decision that, you know, sometimes if you're at the top of the table, you might just get it going your way, simply because that's the way it happens. It's a close call for the referee.
Andy's body in there as well, hasn't
he? It's a close call for Steve Dunn to make. There isn't a doubt about that, Richard. But then Villa, the difference is in the quality in attacks, because Villa have had 4 shots, and Sasa Ilić has had to save 3 of them. Sorry, Charlton have had 7 attempts, and Michael Oates has not had to make a save.
Go on, take a drink.
No, but that's, I mean, they have looked a threat when Taylor's got forward, when Hendrie's got forward, and they really have tested them, but they haven't looked watertight at the back. I mean, again, here we have Robinson. I think he's been an absolute star for them. He's been a threat, and well, they're so unlucky here.
That's a great ball, isn't it?
Oh, it's very well defended from Alan Wright, but it's a great ball, and it's saying, go on, put me in. There's a goal on the end of it, but it wasn't to be. And this, rather, a decent header, just not down enough. And that's been the story. They've knocked on the door, they've been close, but then, well, attention to detail. They obviously defend the back post and corners, and it was proved very valuable there. It kept them in a game. I think it's 2-0. This goes in and it's given. Then I think Villa go and win the game.
Usually around this time of the year we have floodlight failure, isn't it? West Ham and I think Selhurst Park last year. Tonight, if you've just joined us and you're wondering why we haven't yet started the second half, we've had a refereeing change. Steve Dunn has picked up a hamstring injury and Gary Willard is on. The problems are beyond that. They've waited all this time to find a 4th official. So until that 4th official has been kitted out in boots and strip, we cannot start. Charlton are out trying to stay warm. Alan Kirbishley, as we can see, I think a little frustrated already back in the dugout. And as soon as we're ready, we'll let you know. But for the time being, let's pause for another of those Christmas crackers. Was some goal as well, wasn't it? That's the 4th official. I forget now what...
Neil Perkins,
thank you, Andy.
Richard. I wrote it down.
Well done. And he wears size 12 boots.
No chance of him falling over there, that's just it.
But now we've found him, it seems we can start the game. Dear, oh dear. OK, let's rejoin our match commentators, Trevor Francis. And let's get a word on all this from Alan Parry.
Well, there's a file on me at disciplinary headquarters of the FA, so I think my lips should stay sealed on that little incident. But like you, Richard, I'm glad we are finally getting underway with a new referee. I wonder how often they'd be substituted at a hard time if supporters up and down the country had their choice. Gary Willard it is. Aston Villa it is, with a 1-0 lead, getting the second half underway, attacking the goal to our left. Cold night, certainly wasn't what the spectators wanted, that enforced delay. for Aston Villa. And forward, there have been no changes on the field of play in either team lineup, incidentally. An early throw for Villa. Remember, they got an early goal in the first half. Dublin and Collymore, twin targets perhaps for Watson here. Collymore got the flick on, Dublin was behind him, and Sella got it clear for Charlton. Incidentally, the last time these two sides met was in the old First Division 9 years ago. Villa won 2-0 that day. It was when Charlton were ground sharing at Selhurst Park. And Villa went on to finish runners-up in the top division that season. Charlton were relegated. They, at least, will be hoping that's not an omen. Comes in possession for Charlton. Kinsella, the captain. This is Robinson. Always a threat in that first half. Hunt. Robinson again. Just got too much on that goal kick.
Yes, you're right about Robinson the first half. He was the threat, but numerically, Charlton had the advantage, always 4 against 3. So you felt that if they could get it into widest areas, one of the wide players, either Newson or Robinson, would cause problems. Just wondering if there's any adjustment from Aston Villa in the second half, whether Lee Hendrie would try and play slightly wider.
Here's Collymore, that's a good ball. Joachim couldn't control it, it's back to Thompson. He goes down, free kick has been given. Foul by Redfearn. Very dangerous position this. I wonder if Stan Collymore will fancy a crack here. If it's for a left-footed player, then Thompson's a candidate. Either way, Sasa Ilić will have to be on his toes here. The players I mentioned, sizing up the options and the angles. Collymore hits it, and Ilić could only palm it away, but fortunately for him, the in-rushing Dion Dublin couldn't get there.
Well, he certainly hit the target, but he's not the most powerful of shots. I think Ilić would have been disappointed if he had not saved that.
Lee Jones at the other end, can't feed Robinson down the left. George Gavin, I think he's got another word on the refereeing change.
Yeah, just a bit on about the nervous fourth official, Neil Perkin. He's over his nerves now, I think, but he's from Gravesend in Kent. He was here with his son just to watch the game and answered the SOS call. He's a Football League linesman, though, so he's got some experience behind him. He wasn't expecting to get the call, but he's down there now and he's sorting himself out with his size 12 boots on.
Okay, making a note, no doubt, of the various yellow cards and other important things that fourth officials have to do.
Either that or signing autographs already.
Signing a new boot contract for those size 12 that have got 10 mentions already. Here's Hendrie. Watson. Taylor. Hendrie couldn't find Collymore. Ehiogu winning it back. Charlton gets the throw. That seems a long time ago now because of the enforced delay. But the only goal in the game came inside the first 3 minutes. Richard Rufus, the unfortunate, inadvertent scorer. The first time he's ever found the net at the Valley. It took him 165 games to score a goal anywhere for Charlton. That came crucially in the playoff final last season against Sunderland at Wembley. Robinson's free kick whipped in. Header clear. Redfearn couldn't make the room for the cross, but have a throw. Empty box still packed with players. Robinson. This is Powell. Wheel up and under there. Hunt knocks it on. Newton. Good pressure here from Charlton. Newton's done brilliantly. Unlucky.
Well, yet again, brilliant approach work from Charlton, but yet again they don't test the keeper. That really is outstanding play from Newton. Goes straight in between the two defenders. He's got to get that on target. Nobody could possibly have come to close him down. He had an absolutely free shot.
Only just returned to the side recently after missing a couple of months with a bad knee injury, the first serious injury of his career, in fact. Made his debut when he was only 17 and has on and off been a regular ever since. Charlton have, of course, one of the best youth policies in the land. Tyler, a former Villa player, takes the free kick. Steve Jones with a flick on, away by Wright. Either there again. Now Rufus. And good control, Newton. Layoff for Robinson. They work hard just to keep it in play, and that's a great ball back in. Corner. Charlton crowd cranking up the noise now. And Sellers kick. Too deep, although Robinson is there to play it back in, and Oakes has produced a brilliant fingertip save.
Well, that's the first save that Oakes has been asked to make in this game. It's a clever bit of play from Robinson. He lobs it to the far post. A good save from Oakes.
He's forced into action again in that melee of players, and it's off the line by Wright. Well, what a start to the second half, and Joachim has got away for Villa. We've got Thompson up in support. He's unmarked, and he's still there. Great challenge by Powell. Charlton have committed so many men forward, they almost committed suicide.
Well, that would have been desperately unlucky for Charlton if they conceded then, because they'd almost equalised at the other end. It's a great goal line clearance from Alan Wright. Gets it off the line. And then the other end, Joachim, he had the chance to play Thompson in. He delayed the pass. He allowed Powell to get back in at the tackle in.
Staring stuff here at the Valley. The home crowd believing their team can rescue something here. Ehiogu's clearance. Watson volleys it high. Turned on by Dublin to Collymore. Now Thompson. This is Wright. A little ball around the outside for Joachim, but not too much on it.
Change going to be made from the Aston Villa bench. I can only assume that that Shimika there is coming on. My guess is that one of them forwards, I don't know which one will come off. Who are you taking, Joachim or Collymore?
I'm just looking momentarily at Southgate in case he was still suffering from that injury, but you're right, Collymore is the man to be taken off. Coming on in his place, Ricky Shimika is actually on the transfer list at the moment. He made around 8 appearances this season, played over half the matches for Villa in the Premiership last season, and used to captain the England under-21 team, but the competition for places at centre-back, hot, and he's been the man to stick it out most of the time. So Villa, presumably now, will go back to their more familiar shape. As Wright takes the free kick. Dublin with the touch on, and it almost dropped for Joachim. Watson's clearance. Powell there for Charlton, giving it away to Taylor. Good pressure in the middle of the field though from Redfearn. Newton. Charlton are up to their second half. They're playing some good stuff here. Kinsella. Rufus with a long ball. Hunts on the end of it. Jones with the shot. Great shout for handball, but that was optimistic. I think it hit the Villa man on the back rather than anything else.
Once again, good approach play. Good little knockdown from Hunt. Jones on his left foot. Well, it strikes Ehiogu on the elbow, I think it is, but can't get a penalty for that.
No. Southgate's free kick. Dublin. Tyler got there first. And another long ball to test Villa. Jones up against Southgate. And the England man did brilliantly, really. Well, Villa certainly know they're in the game at the moment. Looking for Tyler, and the flip on, safely gathered by Oakes. Mill. No problem again for the Villa keeper. Play by Watson, but he's kept under pressure by the ever-willing Robinson. What do you make of the change and it coming so early in the half, Trevor?
Well, I think that John Gregory saw his team coming under immediate pressure at the start of the second half. He realises that he's got the one-goal advantage, and I think he wants to tighten up defensively.
Remember, even a draw will be enough to regain the leadership of the Premiership for Aston Villa tonight. Right. Just got a bit lucky there. Made the most of it. Redfearn. Robinson. Now Hunt given away. And a foul by Hunt. Signing all over Taylor. Charlton got Wimbledon away, and then Arsenal here at the Valley as their two immediate Christmas fixtures. After that run of 4 successive defeats, really desperate to get something out of tonight, Alan Kirbishley. Hunt gives it away. Again, Charlton have it back. Powell. Jones. Hold his man off strongly and got the shot in impressively.
Well, he's very positive here. He's got the option of playing it into a wide area for Mills. He elects to go alone, gets the strike in. And how many times tonight have we talked about shots coming in? And how many times have they failed to trouble the keeper? Just one save all evening to Oakes.
Now gone. Villa still lead, but they've been placed under considerable pressure by Charlton in their second half. to Hendrie. Got Watson coming down the right. Dublin and Joachim in the box. Dublin! So agile and athletic. Able to hit them from any angle.
It's like a magnet, that ball, isn't it, when you're in form like Dublin is? No matter what type of ball comes in, it always seems to go straight to Dublin.
He's actually gone 3 goals games without a goal before he managed those 2 against Arsenal. Tyler's clearance, right underneath it. A bit of head tennis in the middle third of the field. Redfearn was fouled in the end by Taylor. Powell. Now Robinson. Villa being called upon to show their defensive qualities at the moment. Haven't done much attacking themselves yet in this half. Powell opening up the space for the cross, and it's deflected behind for a corner.
That was excellent defensive play from Taylor. All that was asked of him was to try and stop that ball from coming in, and he made sure that Powell wasn't going to get free cross. He got the block in. Important play from Taylor.
Not sure whether Oakes managed to get a fifth for that, or was it the defender's header, but it's coming back in anyway from Kinsella. And Oakes certainly missed his attempted punch the second time, but a goal kick has been given.
The Charlton players are complaining. I thought that Hunt had got the last touch, but let's have a look at this. He did, didn't he? Certainly a Charlton player got the last touch.
On Boxing Day, we've got football action for you from 2 divisions. From Division 1, West Bromwich Albion against Port Vale on Sky Sports 2. The programme begins at 12 noon there. And then into the Premiership, Blackburn against Aston Villa on Sky Sports 1. That show starts at 5:30. I wonder if by Boxing Day, Villa will be top of the pile again. They need 1 point from this match to ensure that. Thompson. The ball for Joachim, giving it away to Rufus. They'll have it back with Wright. Schmidt. Now Thompson. Third play to Watson. Taylor. Dublin. Tackles from behind. Tyler furious with the referee. Mr. Willard. Free kick on the left. In fact, I think his descent going to earn Carl Tyler a caution. That's a serious one for him. It's his 5th yellow card of the season, and it means he won't now be available for the crucial game at Southampton in January. And just got his place back in the side tonight because of the suspended Eddie Howe. That's not what he wanted. Wasted free kick by Villa. Huge punt downfield, it's gone straight from one keeper to the other.
Well, that's the second save.
Yeah. And the snow continues to fall here in South London, and Charlton continue to fall down the table. Can they rescue something from this game? Dublin has given it away. Kinsella gets it early, looking for Hunt. Touched away by Ugo Ehiogu. Powell. Played back to him by Robinson. Hendrie, a terrific engine, just keeps going up and down the field and got back well then to defend. Joachim slipped his man beautifully. Great skill. Wonderful run here by Julian Joachim. And a hanging ball at the end of it. Kinsella for Charlton. Newton. Mills. This is Redfearn. Steve Jones with the downward header. Kinsella. Newton. Played it straight against Wright. Here's Mills again. Final touch on the ball has been disappointing for Charlton tonight.
Yeah, on two occasions there, it was not particularly clever play. First of all from Newton, tried to pass the ball actually through Alan Wright, and on that occasion there, Mills, I'm not sure quite what he was trying to play. He was looking for a player that just wasn't there.
Crowd unhappy that Oakes is taking so long without getting this ball forward. Lee Hendrie. Watson. And forward by Thompson. That was miskicked his clearance. And that's gifted the throw to Ilić. As you might guess from the noise in the background, we have an extremely courageous and foolish streaker on such a freezing cold evening. Well, we're not going to give him the pleasure of showing a particularly foul-looking body to the nation. Let's look at something more sensible, although I don't think this fellow's going to agree with it. Richard Rufus, with this deflected own goal in the first 3 minutes, set the travelling Villa fans into a very happy mood indeed. After all the disturbing delays we've had already in this second half, this was a little bit of a diversion that we didn't need. And believe me, you're missing nothing, because this gentleman is already stocked up for the Christmas period with his calories. I hope Mendonca's a little bit fitter. He's certainly a lot slimmer, and he's about to join the action by the looks of it. Left out for the first time in his Charlton career for the match at Sheffield Wednesday. Came on as a sub for the last 11 minutes. He's going to get a bit longer this time by the looks of it. The streaker has been removed. It's a bizarre evening we're having. And suddenly there's a chance for Villa to score again here. But he found himself in a great position. Young Lee Hendrie couldn't get the ball quickly enough under control. Redfearn's clearance. Jones has given it away. Ehiogu looking for Dion Dublin. Powell gets there first. Oh dear, new lucky boy. Sasa Ilić.
He's so bright, isn't he, Dublin? I'm sure many will criticise Ilić there, but Dublin, he read his intentions. Let's have a look at this. He should have hit it first time, he should have delayed it, but just watch Dublin. Completely reads his intentions. Lucky Ilić to get away with it.
On Andy Hunt. Schmicker trying to claim he was sinned against. And now we're about to see the introduction of Charlton's leading goal scorer, Clive Mendonca. 6 goals this season, though 3 of them came back in August when they beat Southampton 5-0 here. And the player who's going off, Sean Newton. Hugely popular Mendonca on in his place. Top scorer in his first season here with 28 goals, including a hat-trick in the playoff final against Sunderland. Now more confusion in the Villa ranks, and they are certainly having the luck of the draw on those little scenarios tonight. And there's a great counter-attack Joachim was in a good position there. That was a very important defensive header by Kinsella.
Not only was it a good header, Alan, he must have tracked back all of 50 yards for that interception. Great play from the captain.
Well, looking particularly assured. Villa have still got that goal lead as we move into the final 20 minutes. Joachim for that. Big fancy going all the way. Oh, that was a terrific effort.
Certainly was. Just a confident boy when you're prepared to shoot the outside of your right foot, outside the box. He knows he's not going to go between the two of the defenders, Tyler and Rufus. So he just goes with the right foot, outside the foot. He spots Ilić, maybe 6 yards off his line. Gets it up, can't quite get it down in time.
Mills. Headed clear by Shimika, but only as far as Kinsella. White completely miskicked that clearance, and he was lucky it went to one of his own men. And there's a good ball for Joachim, who uses his pace again to great effect. Well saved the keeper. And again, Tyler this time denied a goal. Taylor can't believe it. And Ilić lying injured from his brave interception at the feet of Joachim.
Well, his pace is absolutely breathtaking there. It was only the final touch, you know, that lets him down, because it actually takes the ball into the path of Ilić. This is the touch now. Overplays it. Ilić gets the save. Well, that's another good block. And I think the shot from Taylor is going to find its way into the back of the net.
Villa only get a corner. They could so easily have been celebrating a second goal.
Certainly made up a lot of ground, you know, Taylor, to get the support. Joachim, not easy at the pace that he's running, Joachim.
Oh, that's a tremendous save again from Ilić. Well, having only just recovered from the injury when he denied a certain goal to Julian Joachim, that was quite outstanding work.
Well, there's a free header. Ehiogu on the end of it. Totally unmarked. And that's an excellent save from Ilić. Look at this. Two of them, Dublin and Ehiogu. Both of them unmarked. Dublin ducks, allows Ehiogu to get the header in. He thinks he scored. But Ilić makes a good save.
Big shout from the home fans again for a penalty there, but the second referee of the night says no. Here's Thompson. Have a ball out there to Hendrie. Taylor is in the middle again, and he went for goal himself.
Well, since the change that Alan Kirkby has made, and Mendonca coming on, they've gone with 3 up, playing 4-3-3. It's been all Villa. They've come forward 2 or 3 occasions, almost sealed the game. I'm convinced that if they got a second goal, there's no way back for Charlton.
Twice denied by that man, Ilić. Who incidentally is likely to win his first cap for Yugoslavia. He has Yugoslav parents. He due to join their squad for a friendly in Israel on Wednesday. Dion Dublin. Good ball forward to Hendrie. Joachim's ahead of him. Comes back to Hendrie. Joachim. Oh, brilliant skill from Joachim. Charlton. Kinsella. Also backwards here, Charlton. And when they go forward, Redfearn's given it away as we move into the final quarter of an hour.
You get the feeling, you know, Alan, that Villa are about to steal this game. They really are hanging on. Charlton at the back.
Playing it forward, forcing the defender Powell to turn. And he's given it away to Dublin. Hendrie. Watson again. And again. This is Thompson. And he can belt them if he gets the sight of goal. Wright. Taylor feeds Watson again. Good possession from Villa. Thompson forward. Finally Charlton get it back. And Redfearn's given it away. He was lucky there. Time to consider your man of the match candidate. And let us know your verdict on 0660 11 22 33. This is just the kind of difficult match that would-be champions would feel they have to win, and Aston Villa are edging towards all 3 points. They haven't won the league for 17 years now, since the days when Ron Saunders was the manager, and most of their other half a dozen league titles were in the early part of the century. Coaching miles offside here, surely. I think he knew it, even when he hit the ball.
I'll tell you what, the linesman was so late putting his flag up. I immediately looked over when Joachim received it. Just look at this, he's onside. And the linesman doesn't raise his flag. Now it goes up. That's unbelievable. That's a delayed action.
And John Gregory not too happy with that decision.
He's entitled to be not too happy either.
Yeah, when it reached him, he certainly looked miles offside, but when the ball was played, he clearly wasn't. Taylor, Thompson, Joachim. Well, he's been a threat all through the evening, Julian Joachim. In conversation with his assistant Keith Peacock, who scored the winner incidentally the last time the teams met here at the Valley. That was 28 years ago now. Played about 600 games for Charlton, a legendary figure here. And looking as concerned as Alan Kirbishley at this situation as Villa just count the clock down to preserve their lead. Dion Dublin, Joachim. This is Powell for Charlton. Can they rescue something late on here? Southgate didn't know where the ball was. And Kinsella's been brought down, and that's given Charlton a free kick in a really dangerous position.
He did well once again, Kinsella. As soon as that ball dropped, he backed the play up so quickly. Just look how quickly he gets onto this. He's forced that free kick from Southgate.
Redfearn's power shooting from these situations. Hunt is the other option perhaps here for Charlton. But it is Redfearn who strikes it, and the keeper touched it onto the bar.
What a moment this is. Great shot from Redfearn, but what a save from Oakes. He's looking around, he doesn't know where the ball's gone. It's his night. It's onto the crossbar and over the top.
Well, we've seen some outstanding goalkeeping in this second half by both. And another threat and another ball against the bar, this time from Mills. Well, that oldest adage of all in football about how you never seem to get any luck when you're near the bottom of the table.
Well, Oakes gets blocked here. I think it's been done through. Blocks his path. He can't get to it. But once again, it crashes against the crossbar, this time from Mills.
Well, would you believe it? They've hit the bar twice in a matter of seconds. They've had a decent penalty claim turned down. They've conceded an own goal inside 3 minutes. It would be difficult not to feel a little bit of sympathy for Charlton tonight. But there is no column in the league table about hard luck stories. And if they don't get anything here tonight, their position will continue to look precarious. Although they're obviously playing better than results suggest. Hendrie almost finding a way through. And Mills slipped as he cleared it on the increasingly slippery turf now. Thompson. Joachim, Thompson. This is Wright. Looks for Hendrie. Nice control from Hunt. Mills volleyed it forward. Jones was pushed in the back. By Southgate will be. Crowd thought so. Referee didn't. Mills with a long ball. Mendonca underneath it. Took 2 touches, but gets it down to Hunt. This is Redfearn. Headed away by Ehiogu.
Was it Ehiogu or was it Taylor back there defending? May have been Taylor. Whoever it was an important header.
Villa clinging on at the moment as we move into the final 8 minutes. Dion Dublin. And the challenge seems to produce a yellow card here.
Done Charlton a favour actually, because that ball was played in behind Rufus and Joachim certainly had the legs on him.
Yellow card for Danny Mills. Watson. Hendrie chasing into the corner with Powell. See Watson again. And they're giving possession away to Rufus this time. Kinsella trapped in a difficult position there. Mills for Charlton. Still chasing an equaliser. Taylor's volley clearance. Tyler underneath it. And again, Tyler winning it back. Rufus has given it away to Wright. Thompson. Taylor in the centre. And this possession football honed in endless hours on the training ground could stand Villa in good stead here as the clock ticks on. Meantime, foul by Taylor on Kinsella. Waiting for Tyler, amongst others, to make their way forward. And there was a foul by Mendonca, wasn't it, on Southgate? Villa's free kick, just what they wanted to relieve the pressure. Watson loses out to the header. Mendonca's layoff. Defending strongly and skillfully at the moment. Rufus for Charlton. And so that starting point for so many of their attacks. Into the last 5 minutes at the Valley. Charlton off the back of 4 successive defeats, desperate to rescue something here. Villa could go back to the top of the Premiership tonight. Mills. And the deflected clearance keeps Villa under pressure. Watson heads behind. It's a corner. Well, Rufus started this game in dreadful style. Can he finish it rather more happily? Come over his head, Tyler in behind him, and it was Dion Dublin back defending, and a counter-attack on here for Villa. The ball dispatched first time to Joachim, who most unusually was let down by his first touch.
Yes, it's a good early ball from Thompson. He released Joachim to give him the chance to run it. Powell, 1-on-1, and once again the first touch lets Joachim down. An easy interception for Powell.
Watson. Joachim's in there again. Worrying Powell. He made a good clearance in the circumstances. Watson knocks it forward, and again Joachim just failed to get there. Well, certainly no one's left their seats early here as we move into the final 3 minutes. Capacity crowd of 20,000 in here tonight. With the visitors on the ground. Record was set at the Valley 60 years ago, by the way, in an FA Cup tie. 75,000. All seated these days. Hence the much lower figure. Charlton have a free kick. A chance to keep the pressure on here. Towering header clear by Ehiogu. Here's Wright. Thompson. Decent looking ball. Hendrie trying to sneak in there, but he's very good defending. Did really well there, Kinsella. He's had a marvellous match. And Southgate inadvertently back-headed that. It'll be a corner if it goes. That's why Oakes was so desperate to get there.
Once again, good goalkeeping, Alan. Gives away a throw-in that prevents the corner. Alert thinking from Oakes.
0660 11 22 33. Remember to ring with your man of the match vote. We will have 2 minutes of stoppage time, so around 4 minutes remaining here. And then the scramble, get it away, thanks to Taylor. And the flex off right. I think it just went the wrong side from Charlton's point of view. It's a throw rather than a corner, I believe. Almost as good as a corner if he can get the usual distance on this throw. Tyler and Rufus both edge of the 6-yard box, but it never reached them. Wright gets it clear. Mills can try again with his foot this time. And once again, there's Dion Dublin back playing his centre-half role. Kinsella hits it. And although Oakes had to push it skyward to take the sting out of it, he was right behind the shot.
Yeah, great shot from Kinsella. Gets it under control. Great power, but once again, safe handling. Won't be the second attempt.
Into the last minute of normal time. And Charlton would have a fair case for claiming they deserve at least a draw out of this. Watson's clearance. This is Robinson. Hendrie complaining that he did nothing, but a free kick nonetheless. This might be one of the few remaining opportunities for Charlton to get level. Kinsella will take the kick. Straight into the hands of Oakes. Tense, nervous moments for both sets of supporters and managers now. Stoppage time being played. And Kerbishley looking at a possible 5th successive defeat. They have been so close twice, smacking the crossbar. That time a save by Oakes. That time even he couldn't get a hand to it. Only one win in their last 9 games. It's looking ominous for them. Joachim making life awkward again for defenders. Dion Dublin beat by Carl Tyler. Dublin do well to keep that in play. Joachim, Thompson. Given away to Powell. It could be the final throw of the dice just about this for Charlton. Mendonca for Robinson. Mendonca's there again, clever little turn. Now Powell, they're queuing up for the cross here. Knocked away though by Watson. And that was a foul by Joachim on Rufus. And this surely will be the last throw of the dice now, because the 2 minutes of stoppage time are officially just about up. So it's all hands on deck for this Charlton free kick. Powell swings it in there. And Wright gets it away. And Sasa tries to keep the pressure on. Given away though by Tyler, and on the break, this is where Villa can be such a threat with the pace of Joachim. Hendrie one side of him, Thompson the other. Well, they'll be glad just to run the clock down again now. Joachim, Thompson again. Villa could be seconds away from a crucial victory here. They've come back so well after their recent disappointments, that magnificent victory over Arsenal, and perhaps a hard-earned win here tonight. They can't quite put the gloss on it yet. But the referee just had a look at his watch as Ehiogu steps in to win it back and find Hendrie. And still no final whistle. Mills. Jones making life awkward again for Villa. Southgate gets it clear and urges his fellow defenders to get forward. Here's Mills. Slung in one more time. Sasa nods it on. Ehiogu gets it clear. This is Robinson. Watson forcing him wide. Oh, he's done brilliantly. Cross in the one place he didn't want it to drop. But still a chance for Charlton as Powell swings it in again. Headed down, and Mendonca's there. There was a great shout for handball again from the crowd, and still a problem here for Villa. And finally, they get it clear, but only at the expense of a corner. I don't know where all this extra time's coming from.
What a last-ditch tackle that was from Ehiogu. Because I think Mendonca's on to the end of this. The shout for handball, no ways that handball, but just look at this for a tackle from Ehiogu.
Tyler beaten to the header by Dublin. There won't be time for the corner. There's the final whistle. John Gregory will have a happy Christmas because Aston Villa are back on top of the Premiership. A draw would have been enough. A victory is icing on the cake for them. And they've now lost only twice in 18 league games this season. And they've come back well after a dodgy little period by the high standards he set himself. You've got to feel for Richard Rufus. Inside the first 3 minutes, he was the unlucky man in the wrong place at the wrong time, as Dion Dublin just pulled the ball back basically anywhere into the 6-yard box, not suspecting for one moment it would end up in the net. Rufus distraught, Dublin delighted, and Charlton tonight had no luck at all. If it's any consolation to them, if they can keep playing like that, you would think that they could get themselves out of this dreadful run they're on. But Aston Villa have shown one of the qualities of a champion side, to go away with 3 points without ever really hitting your peak form, and that is so important. They win by a goal to nil.